And thank you for joining us here on Idaho Today. I'm Melissa Paul. It's a topic we don't want to think about having with our kids, but the possibility of someone that they love taking their own life could be a potential. And knowing how to be there for them and support is paramount. In part 2 of this Mom Matters series, I sit down with a mental health expert and we talk about how to help our children navigate and heal from peer suicide. We always hear the saying, it takes a village. It really does. I can't imagine a more crucial time for a village to be present than a situation like this.
Yes.
But it's also one of those very, very difficult situations with many different directions to navigate.
Yeah.
And it's a very delicate one, but it's one that you cannot afford to sit on your heels and second guess.
No, and especially with children and teens. And I say children because starting at age 5, I mean, that's the youngest that we know, right? And it's one of those that
Rips your heart out.
It does, and
It takes the air out of your lungs.
It does. So they understand death is permanent, right? And so even from that age on, like, always take it seriously.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, they say this all the time, or they're just trying to get attention. They're impulsive.
Yeah.
Our this frontal lobe right here doesn't fully develop till our mid-20s. So even 5 minutes, bad day, they decide it's over. So the impulsivity part is a huge risk. So if they're talking about it, do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is the time, you know, we're all good at being independent, right?
Yeah.
We're independent, but it's okay to support each other, and it's okay to be like, we all don't know what we're doing, but
it's necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary that we support each other. And, you know, back to the independence thing, like, that's important. We need independence, but also humans need humans. We're social creatures.
Yes.
We're actually designed that way.
We are.
We are designed that
That is
way.
how we've survived.
Nature. It is nature.
We do. We need to come in and be there for each other.
And before we wrap this conversation, Kathy, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is also, what do you do as a parent when your child, your teen, comes to you and says that their friend has taken their life? How do you manage that conversation as a parent?
So take a deep breath, first of all, right? And they're going to be feeling what everyone else is feeling, confused, angry. The best thing is to be honest and at an age appropriate. So if you know that something's happened and there's all this rumor mill, be the first one to tell your child. If they don't come to you, be like, hey, I know your friend. They took their life. Their brain wasn't working right. They took too many pills and they passed away. Let's talk about it. But be really open. Let them know it's okay to be confused and angry, and stay away from the gory details.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know exactly what happened and how, because our brains don't.
You're looking for a solution, a reason why, an answer.
Yeah, and when you're not honest about what's going on, people take that as they had something to do with it. That we're not being, you know, honest with them because something they did was wrong. So let's avoid that. Just be honest, and be there. Talk about it's not your fault. Let's, you know, if they want friends to come over and just kind of have some space to talk and be there with each other, that's a big part, because all of a sudden they're recognizing safety, and they might want people around so they don't feel alone. So again, we're social creatures. This is what we're meant for, right? So allow people to gather together, be there, let them talk. Also let them know, hey, if you've ever thought about it, and just because their friend did doesn't mean they will, right? But most people will think about death at one point or another in their life. So the biggest thing, again, light extinguishes darkness. Anytime you bring it out, it's in the light. It takes away the power.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That is such a beautiful metaphor. That is so perfect. And I'm really glad too that you highlighted the fact, because I've seen, unfortunately, I think too many of us have seen teens in this situation. It's hard to not get, you know, emotional thinking about it, but they then start to reflect on themselves and start questioning, oh my goodness, will I find myself in that situation? Will I be in a dark place like that? And it is important to talk about that and to know that you got to get it out, put it in the light, recognize, you know, your value as a human, why you're so important, why you are loved, and that you're supported, right? Kathy, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's hard to talk about these things, but you make it easy.
Thank you.
And I really hope
It's
that
worth talking about.
it is. Life is way, way too important to not talk about it. Thank you again.
Thank you.